C. Oh, yeah. What part of the country did you go to school in, dude?
I admit, I too am curious.
Yeah, that's a great question. I actually went to school in two different regions. The first region was in Ohio, which is in the Midwest. And then the second region, some people consider it to actually be in the southeastern region, which is West Virginia. So great question.
Nice. Mr. Cross, what other states are in the Midwest?
Ainsley, that's a great question. Let's go ahead and put that up on the screen. All right, cool. So like I said, I am originally from Ohio and live in Ohio still. So do you guys if you're in my class. And I went to school here in Ohio, which is in the Midwest. So the Midwest is made up of all of these states. So start here in Ohio, then we go to this state right here, not saying its name, but it has two different parts. Then we have Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin. I love the people there in Wisconsin. They're wonderful folks. Also, the folks up in there in Minnesota, yeah, don't you know, it's fantastic. Iowa, I don't know an Iowa accent. Missouri, Kansas, I have some good people that I know in Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, and North Dakota. Now, it is worth mentioning that just because these states are up here doesn't mean that if you talk to somebody else, it wouldn't change. Some people consider these states to be in a different region. Some people consider West Virginia, which is actually right here in this area, some people consider West Virginia to be a part of the Midwest as well. So great question.
Hey, Mr. C, what about the other states in the Southeast?
Yeah, what about other states in in the southeastern part of the country? Yeah, let's go ahead and put that up real quick. All right, cool. So if we look here, we have Virginia. Like I said, I went to school, actually right in this area is where I went to school, to college. So we have West Virginia, which is not the same as Virginia. If you tell a West Virginian that they're from Virginia, they will flip out on you, man. All right, so West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida is how some of the people down in Florida say it. So Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Louisiana. So these are all southeastern states.
Mr. Cross, you left out Kentucky. Teachers make mistakes too.
What other regions are there, man?
That's actually a really great question, Taj. I'm happy you asked that. So there's the West, there's the Southwest, and then there's also the Northeast. Mr. Cross, so is New York in the Northeast? Is that where it is?
Dude, how new can it be if it's been around for 1,000 years, bro?
Ainsley, that's true. Taj, bruh. So let's go ahead and bring up the Northeast states since you guys are talking about those.
All right, cool. So in the Northeast, we have a lot of different states. So we have, as you brought up, New York, or as some of them down here like to say New York, you know what I'm saying? Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland. We have DC, which we'll bring that up in just a moment. Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. We have Massachusetts, Connecticut here, and Rhode Island.
They're all so small. Well, most of them.
And DC isn't actually a state, it's actually a district, which is more like a city, if you will, right? And it's actually the total capital of the entire United States, bro. Yeah.
Whoa, that's true, man. Well, that leaves the West and the Southwest, of course.
Indeed. Mr. C, if I may.
Sure, Taj. Let me go ahead and put it up here for you. Mr. Cross, are you sure?
All right, thanks, Mr. Cross, for putting that up there. Yeah, man, that's awesome. All right, so we got to start off with the home state, right? California. If we kind of go into the other ones, then you got Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Utah, yeah, Nevada, Montana, Wyoming, and then even Colorado, man. Yeah.
Nice. I actually would also like to add Alaska and Hawaii. Even though they're not a part of the mainland, a lot of people consider them to be part of the western part of our country because they're so far west. Especially Hawaii, which is really, really, really far west. Well, that of course leaves the Southwest then. It does. Let me go ahead and bring that up for you.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Cross. Well, we have Arizona, we have New Mexico, we have Oklahoma and Texas. Yep, all 50 states. Thanks for rounding that off, Ainsley. Appreciate that. Indeed. Taj, thanks for jumping in too, man. Yeah. And you at home, thanks for watching.